Monday, October the 2nd, Chapter 2 of Harvester. Let's do it. So let me check the guide right quick, because I have no idea where to start with this. Excuse me. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here.
What do you want, Steve? I hear him at night, thrashing and moaning. I crawl out my window and see Mom's shadow on the shade, pot holders on her hands, reaching for him. How can she do the stitches on him wearing those? Wouldn't she slip?
Don't be silly. She wouldn't do that. Of course she'd slip.
Maybe that's why he's not getting better.
Alright.
Good. Finally.
Shut up, you little shit. Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm paranoid of saying the wrong thing and her flipping out and killing me.
Hello, dear. How are you today?
Yeah, okay, bye.
Don't forget to put the papers out.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep him that way.
Brr.
Hey, did you ever find any sneakers? Whoa, that's great. Maybe we could trade.
What could you give me?
You know Miss Whaley and Principal Harold down at the school? Well, I found out they're messing around with each other in the broom closet. I can tell you when they meet and trade you some keys that'll let you catch them red-handed. What do you say?
Alright.
Swell! Here's the keys to the broom closet at Gein Memorial. That's where they meet every day. About 3:45, as soon as everyone has gone home. Sometimes I hide in there beforehand. And Daddy-o, I see some stuff that's real nasty. Take it from me. You made a good swap. See you later, alligator.
Okay. Okay, broom closet key. Alright. Can I use this on it?
Well, that didn't work.
Ah, hell.
Huh?
What?
Screwing in the school broom closet? What will people think?
Are you blackmailing us, you little shit?
Calm down, Mr. Harold. Stephen would never do that. He's a smiley bear. But we should give him a token of our appreciation for his silence. Here, Stephen, take this baseball bat. You'll find it quite useful.
That a boy. Take the bat, and we'll take the photo.
However will I keep the children in line now?
I have a spare I can bring in tomorrow, unless you prefer a chainsaw this time.
I'll talk to Mrs. Phelps.
Gross. Okay, post office. Where's the post office? Yeah, I'm looking at the guide now. I don't care. Ugh. Receive first assignment, so go to the lodge. Oh.
What are you doing here at this hour, Mr. Potsdam?
I'm burying our cat. She passed away and I'm burying her. Go away and mind your own business.
Then, where's the cat?
I left her at home. Now leave me alone!
Yeah, that wasn't the least suspicious. Okay, what am I supposed to get from this? Yeah. Fork. Come on, where's the Phillips screwdriver? Why, though?
Did it.
How do I leave?
So, you have completed your first task. Now that you've scratched the tucker, you may proceed to your second task. You will steal a bolt of fabric from the fireman and bring it to me. Very well then. Use whatever means necessary, but bring the cloth to me here, and I shall give you your third task.
Quickest chapter ever.
What do you people want from me?
Welcome to our order.
The hand that grips the knife will stand.
Stephanie.
Yeah, okay. Click. Nothing different here.
Hey, Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it? See you later.
Okay, let me... Oops. Phillips head. So... Can I try that now? No, Phillips head, Phillips head.
Okay, Steve. Consider your get-out-of-jail-free card used. You're free to go.
What the fuck? No, no, no. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. I'm gonna need that get out of jail free card for something more important later, I suspect.
Some rotten son of a bitch scratched my car. My Tucker, my baby, my poor darling, my sweet cheeks. If I find out who did it, I'll kill him. Just kill him dead. I told that fool sheriff to beef up the patrols, but what does he care? Nobody cares about a limp dick fat boy. Well, I'll make them care. I'll make them care. Did you hear that Karen disappeared? Just goes to show you what can happen without a man's stewardship in the house. It takes both a man and a woman to raise a child properly. It says so in the Bible. But try to convince
shut
Edna
up.
of that? Oh, no. And now she's lost everything. This might be a good time to drop in. While she's feeling vulnerable.
Scum.
Bye now.
I can't stop and chat, Steve. With Karen gone, if I stop, I think I'll lose my mind. I've got to keep busy. Excuse me. I just heard that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. You know, though I don't like to think ill of people or take pleasure in the misfortunes of others, I'd like to think it's a comeuppance for all the times that nasty man has bothered me.
Well,
Boy, the way you keep pestering me, you'd think you were feeling guilty about something. Are you? You've been shooting off your mouth about me and Boyle, Steve. I got a report here that someone put a ding on Johnson's Tucker. As ornery as Johnson is about that old car, I suppose he had it coming. I imagine it was just some kids pulling a prank. I suppose you've heard the news about Edna's daughter Karen disappearing. I wouldn't think about it too much if I were you. This is a serious crime, and this is no time for civilians to be nosing around playing cops and robbers.
I'm not even gonna try it. Yeah, civic responsibility, but he wants me to butt out, I'll butt out.
That's the most sensible thing you could do, son. Sow some wild oats, boy. Kick up your heels. Join the lodge. Join the lodge, Steve, and leave Karen to the professionals.
If I see a professional, I'll let you know.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
I'm sorry. I don't feel up right now. To talking, that is.
Alright, shit.
Anytime, kiddo.
Okay.
Did you say hello to your father for me? It's very important. Tell him. Tell him that I hope he gets better soon, and don't forget to remind him about his promise regarding the meat. I could use some good news right now. I just got the word. The order turned down my latest application. Looks like we'll be having the wedding at Moynihan's after all. So, what's new, Steve? How could anyone do something so terrible to her?
You think someone took her?
I think? Oh no, see, it was a kidnapping. Haven't you heard? The sheriff got a ransom note. Seems someone wants to dip into Edna's larder. Too bad such a sweet little thing has to suffer. I'm sure I couldn't tell you, Steve. Why so interested? A word to the wise, Steve? You leave that kind of stuff to the sheriff. This isn't something you want to be messing with.
Why not?
There are better ways for you to spend your time. Have you applied to the lodge yet? There's no time like the present, believe me. You should apply, and soon. Someone went and scraped up Johnson's car? Can you imagine? He'd step in a bear trap and chew his own leg off rather than suffer a scratched tucker. Serves the rich bastard right, if you ask me.
Well,
if it isn't my
You might want to be extra nice to Mr. Potsdam. Guess we're having the wedding. Have you heard that Edna's daughter Karen has disappeared? Why, I suppose it was Mr. Poston. Or maybe not. I can't remember. Please excuse me, Steve. I feel the urgent need to floss thoroughly and with abandon.
You seem flustered.
Not at all. Everything is fine. Just fine.
okay.
Give my regards to your parents.
Steve, I'm so glad you came back. What have you been doing?
I visited the lodge. Talked to the sergeant-at-arms there. He knows that there's something out of whack here. He told me if I wanted to find out what it is, I should join the lodge. I've decided to join the lodge, Stephanie. I think the answer to all our questions is inside.
That place. It's so sinister. You may be playing right into their hands. Did you think of that? Doesn't it seem like you're being herded toward the lodge?
That's one of the things I hope to find out.
I hope finding out doesn't get you killed. My faux mother keeps me up on the latest gossip. Not like she really wants to talk to me. More like she's feeding me information. For instance, she told me that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. That's another weird thing. Every car I've seen drive by is a Tucker. There were only 31 produced. What are the odds of that?
I've always wanted a Tucker. Funny that Harvest would be full of them.
Any idea who scratched the car? Why would you do something like that?
It's part of the lodge initiation.
I see.
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but getting into the lodge is the best way to find out.
By committing vandalism?
Well, hell, I mean, we got somebody kidnapping kids and shit. That's nothing compared to that.
Well, I guess you'll fit right in, won't you?
Ooh.
Scratching a car is no big deal. Getting out of this mess is.
Sorry. When you put it that way, I guess I was overreacting. I understand that a little girl is missing.
That's right. Her name's Karen.
I heard the Pod parents talking about it downstairs. When did it happen?
Tuesday night.
God, that was a bad night for everyone. Tuesday, our upstairs toilet backed up. As if that wasn't bad enough, Mr. Potsdam was livid, almost irrational. Like the toilet had it in for him personally.
Ugh.
Through the wall, I kept hearing him ask somebody named Mr. Swell whether the toilet would be fixed by dark. And when Swell said it'd take most of the night to fix, Daddy totally lost it. Swell said he'd stay all night and fix it, but that didn't seem to help. Potsdam stormed out of the house and didn't come back till next morning.
That's fucked up.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Okay.
Thank God I found you. Are you alright, Karen?
I want to go home. Could you take me to my mommy's store? Or to the policeman?
Can you tell me who did this to you?
Mr. Potsdam told me he'd hurt my mommy if I told.
Oh my
I won't
God.
do anything, I promise. Tell me what happened.
He made me play house. Then he dug a hole. Please, I just want to go home now. Please.
Can you tell me your address, honey?
I don't know. Just take me to the store or the policeman. Please. Mommy said to go to the policeman if I got lost. And I'm lost. Bye-bye.
Oh my God. Karen. Thank God. What happened?
Found her in the graveyard. She was buried alive. And she claims Mr. Potsdam was responsible.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you from both of us. Here's the reward money. Take it and go. I need to be alone with my baby right now.
Shit.
Bye-bye.
Let's confront this fucker.
If it isn't my favorite... Yeah, I know what that crazy little bitch said, but it's not true. I was at home that night. Mrs. Potsdam will vouch for me. Isn't that right, Mrs. Potsdam?
That's right, Mr. Potsdam. Hello, Steve. Care to stay for some pot roast?
Forget the pot roast, Mother. Pot roast isn't for backstabbers, for persecutors. I won't share my meat with him. My meat! My meat!
Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna make nice.
Well, that's all right. Sorry I got so upset, Steve, but being a parent myself, well, just
my
being
God.
accused of something like that, it's unthinkable.
Unthinkable.
Oh my God. You make me sick. Okay, where's the fire station? I forgot.
Well, that didn't work. Okay. Oh, man.
Shit. Fire station. Okay, okay. How do I get out of here? Let me get out of here. I have to go back to my house. Let me save again because I'm paranoid. Okay, go back to your house. Use the dolly with the shelves.
Damn it. Well, that didn't work.
What shelves? Oh. Yeah, okay.
No! Leave that there! If any of it turns up missing.
Marv, what's going on in there?
Go! Go! No!
Marv, what's going on in there?
Go! Go! Steve, is that you? Come to see your poor old dad?
Are you my father? Really? I don't remember you.
Please. I'm not in the mood for jokes.
I'm serious. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Just don't make me laugh now. Remember the stitches.
My God. What has she done to you?
She doesn't know you're here, does she? Does she?
No.
No, I had to break in. What the hell is going on in here?
I know it's a mystery to you. The sacred things that husbands and wives do behind closed doors. Maybe we should have that special father-son talk. Especially now that you're getting married. But listen. I can't talk very loud. It's the tracheotomy. When a man and a woman love each other very much, they go into a room alone and shut the door and bolt it with at least 3 locks and prop a chair under the doorknob so no one can get in or out. Then they take off their clothes and get out a wide variety of scalpels.
What the fuck?
Some curved, some short, all of them sharp. And then the man climbs on the woman. And then they... with the barbed wire, they...
That's all right. Don't get worked up. You need your rest.
Yes, rest. But why did you come? You must have had a reason for risking it.
I need some meat, and Pat won't give me any without your signed permission.
Good old dependable Pat. Here, son. Here's my signature. Take it to him, and you won't have any problem. Now go, son. Go quickly, before she comes back.
I heard somewhere that I could die if I stay in this room too long. Let's see.
No! Go! Go!
Oh no, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
No! Go! Go! What?
I need some meat.
Good old... Now
oh,
go,
shit,
son.
shit. Alright, okay, I'm going. Fuck.
Okay.
So, your father okayed the meet, huh?
How's he doing?
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Here's your meat, son. You run along now. A new shipment of animals has come in, and it's time to start cutting. Can't talk now, Steve.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat. Only the juiciest cuts. Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining. We know what we're doing here, Steve. If we didn't, would the lodge use us? Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve.
Don't be such a stranger.
Fine, we already did all this. Okay, fire station. Time for more sneaky shit. Hi, sweetie pie.
Jeez, what are you doing here?
Just standing here, waiting to be drawn.
You just hang out here? All the time?
I'm not a person, Steve. I'm an object. You'd do well to remember that. A person is his job. Someday you'll understand that. And if you don't, it won't matter, because you'll be dead.
Dead?
Have you gotten your lodge application in yet? Good. You may survive yet. I guess you're here to steal the bolt. Not at all. That's not my job. However, since I am an object d'art, and since art should be interpreted, I'll give you a clue as to where the bolt is located. Darkness gives as darkness gets, but light invoked is light shed.
Okay.
All right.
So I got it. Where's the stuff? It's so hard to tell what is what here. Alright, let me get out. Now, is this the same dream each time?
What do you people want from me?
More pie, Shaman?
Welcome to our order.
The hand that grips the life they stab.
Step.
Alright, okay. Okay.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep him that way.
Exquisite cloth. Its loss should trigger quite a bit of dissension amongst our gallant firefighters. Still, that is not your concern. Your next assignment is to break into the tonsorial establishment of Mr. Pastorelli and abscond with his prized barber's pole. Lack of respect for authority, a fine trait for a member of the Order. Yes, I approve, Stephen. I hope you succeed in your task. Break into the shop, steal the barber's pole, and bring it back to me. At that point, I shall give you your final task.
All right.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy anything today? Just point to what... Steve, you live close to Mr. Johnson. How is he taking it? Such wanton vandalism. It just breaks my heart. I'll have to send him a nice fruit basket, though if he wants some new paint and sealant, it'll cost him. Naughty fellows like Deputy Loomis aside, I think every man should cultivate an interest in girly magazines, if it'll keep them out of the field of interior design. Those firemen, Betsy.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that's different. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think I'd missed a big chunk of story here.
Hey, Steve.
Steve, it's so good to see you again. I get so lonely in here.
I'm sorry. Want to hear what's happening out in the real world?
No. I'd rather forget about Harvest for a while. Come here.
Oh, Lord.
Stephanie?
I feel so close to you, Steve. Like we're the only two people in Harvest. The only two real people. Do you know what I mean? I need to feel something again. This sense I have that I've known you.
Oh, Lord.
It's my only link to my past.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different than memory. Maybe we don't remember each other so much as we recall the feelings deep inside. Strong feelings.
Maybe the body has its own memory.
Let's find out. I want you.
Oh, jeez.
Then take me. Now.
Oh, Lord. This piece of shit.
Did you say hello to your father for me? Thank God for that, at least.
Those silly willies down at the fire station are just incensed about losing some decorating stuff. Some people. Yeah. Maybe they should be more concerned with fire and less with flame.
Exquisite. It's love. Still. That.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy? Okay, dear. Come back soon. Steve, you... Not...
Yeah.
Chapter 5. Control F4. Okay.
Hello, dear. By the way, I spoke with Mr. Johnson, and he's livid. Seems someone scratched up his priceless Tucker. If he finds out who, there'll be heck to pay. Did you hear what happened at the barber shop? Someone broke into Pastorelli's salon and took his antique barber's pole. The next morning, Pastorelli touched some live wires that the thief left lying around and was electrocuted. Well, that darn foreigner got what he deserved, if you ask me. Coming into a nice little town like Harvest and stealing business.
You fucking
Heavens,
bitch.
if a bowl and scissors were good enough for your father, I don't see why decent working folk need a fancy wop styling their hair. That's how it goes. First you get a sissy trim, then bang, you're a communist. I hear those silly firemen broke out the axes and hacked each other to death. Things never were the same between them after the firehouse robbery. Oh well, maybe now we'll get some real men for the fire department. Though the way things are going, I doubt you'll be around to see it.
What do you mean?
Can't you feel it? The way the stalks whisper in the autumn wind? It's almost harvest time, Steve, when the chaff will be cast aside before the feast. Congratulations, hero. You found Karen after all.
You don't seem proud, Mother. I wonder why.
I warned you not to waste time looking for her.
Am I running out of time?
The blood drive is coming soon.
What does that have to do with anything?
If you haven't joined the lodge by then, you'll find out. Still, I'm glad you found the poor baby. She says Mr. Potsdam was responsible for what happened to her. What a silly little girl.
And you're a fucking bitch.
Shame on you. Imagine accusing your future father-in-law of a thing like that. Is that how a range rider would behave? I don't think so.
Why would she lie?
Okay, Weisenheimer. Even if he is a child molester, a kidnapper, and an attempted murderer, that's no reflection on what kind of father-in-law he'll be. I just can't wait for the wedding. Can you? Isn't it exciting, Steve? 5 days and 1,200 cookies later, the bake sale is already here. Where does the time fly?
Those 1,200 cookies. How many are you taking to the sale?
Oh, about 20. The rest were stale. But the effort wasn't wasted. It's for a good cause. Will you be at the school tonight? That's nice, dear. It's good to be open to new experiences.
Jesus Christ.
Don't you think it's odd? Having a bake sale to pay for burying out-of-towners?
Gosh, hooties, what should we do? Leave them in the streets?
Of course we should bury them. But why do so many out-of-towners drop dead in Harvest?
I have wondered about that, and I think it has something to do with the air.
But there's nothing wrong with the air. It's perfectly clean.
That's what I mean. Big city folk, they get so used to smog that clean air is a shock to their systems. Gets them every time. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jim.
Oh, you make me sick. I mean, I know this is supposed to be satire, but goddamn.
I'm glad to see you. I feel so alone, cooped up in here. I understand that bake sale is today.
Yeah, you'd think it was the second coming the way everyone is acting around here.
It's insane. The maniacal attention paid to this bake sale. Like all the women in Harvest came from the same cookie cutter. It's unnatural. Unhealthy. Almost a parody of how things should be. And through my window at night, I see my mother throwing out whole batches of cookies, like an automaton getting rid of its surplus product.
My so-called mother has been baking cookies all week, and then throwing them out. Better that than getting rid of us.
Wait around long enough. I have a feeling they'll get to it. You know the firemen? Someone stole some fabric from them, and they're up in arms about it. Another harmless prank? And how many more harmless pranks will you be pulling?
However many it takes to get in, Stephanie. If I have to use them to escape, then I will.
Are you using them? Or are they using you?
It was just a bolt of cloth.
You've turned the firemen against each other. They think one of their own stole it.
Would you rather stay here? I've heard that harvest is lovely in the fall when the leaves turn orange and gold, and the annual blood drive paints the town red.
All right. You have a point. I don't know if you heard or not, but Mr. Pastorelli, the barber, he's dead. Looks like somebody stole a barber's pole from him, then left the exposed electrical wires and some water on the floor. Pastorelli walked in, flipped on the lights, and... Know anything about that? Oh my God! Steve, that was no little prank! A man died!
I know!
It was an accident. Forgot about the live wires in the water.
That doesn't change the fact that you killed him. This initiation killed him.
It was just an accident.
An accident which wouldn't have happened if not for the lodge. Don't you see? I'm beginning to think that the lodge poisons everything it touches. Harvest, even you.
I didn't create this situation.
Are you sure?
No. But however it started, I'm gonna see it through to the end.
Vandalism, theft, manslaughter? What's next, Steve? Murder? Look, I know in the beginning I suggested you might check out the lodge. I was more worried about getting out of here than anything else. But now that I know you, I'm worried about you too.
I'm fine.
A man is dead because of you. How can you be fine? You've got to stop this. Tell me, is anything positive going to come out of this lodge initiation crap?
Yeah, or escape, hopefully.
It just seems to me that this order of yours is getting you in deeper and deeper trouble.
They can't make me do anything I don't want to do.
No, but maybe when it's all said and done, you'll want to do anything.
Ooh.
You've got to trust me.
Is it true? You found Karen?
Yeah, just in time, too. He'd molested her and buried her alive. He couldn't bring himself to kill her outright, so he just decided to stick her in the ground and let fate take its course.
Who? Who would do that to a helpless child?
She says it was Mr. Potsdam. And I believe her.
Oh, Christ. And all this time I've been under the same roof with that thing watching me.
Take it easy, okay?
No.
So, at least they'll be coming to take him away, won't they?
No. No, they won't.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
I haven't talked with her for a while. Oh, shit.
It's not often that I get visitors.
Okay.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband-to-be?
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm alright.
Alright? You should be...
Right.
You are...
Okay,
Heck of an automobile, isn't she? Damn shame. Hell yes, it's a mighty...
I'm sure she's safe enough.
A few months back, someone broke...
okay, for some reason it's repeating the dialogue like I didn't...
Bye now.
Hello, Steve. Those PTA busybodies have hurt my business. Something terrible this week. Nobody's buying my cookies. They're all saving up for the big bake sale. Somebody stole the barber's pole from that nice Italian. Steve, can you imagine? And then they left live wires dangling in a puddle, which Pastorelli immediately stepped in and fried. The stupid dago.
Oh my
Heavens
God!
to Betsy. When it rains, it pours.
Sorry, son. No time to talk. I hear you've been spreading all... You've shut your mouth off about Sheriff Dwayne blackmailing. Anyone who can't keep secrets is unworthy of the order. I wish I hadn't already given... Well, son, the day of the long-awaited bake sale has finally arrived. Yes, sir. It's gonna be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Fuck you.
Next time you post, don't...
Oh.
Think about taking some of that siding off my hands, son. I'll cut you a nice price on it. I was the one what found Pastorelli this morning, after he stepped in the water with the live wires hanging out. His body was so burnt his arms and legs was blackened, fused together, and the sheep was well done too. Problem is, both was burnt so bad, and the flesh all crisp and distorted, limbs melded, you couldn't tell them apart. And well, I didn't want to take a chance on eating Italian. No, sir, I didn't. I tell you, the only thing worse than a fire station full of sissies is a fire station full of peeved sissies. They're all accusing each other of stealing some silk underwear or something. Boy, whoever said fighting fire with fire be happy in harvest. 'Cause we got a fire station full of flamers.
God damn.
Nice to see you again, Steve.
I can't talk now, son. I'm busy with this game. Dang it if the whole town ain't going to hell. Poor old Johnson. Defecating a work of art like that. Well, that's a sure sign that civilization is coming to an end. I guess you heard that dang idiot Pastorelli went out and got himself electrocuted. Somebody stole the barber's pole. The alarm system triggered the sprinkler. There was water on the floor this morning, and the darn crook left exposed wires out. The Pastorelli came in, flipped the switch, and then zap! Yeah, maybe them aliens is hot for colored glass after all. Anytime, Steve.
Oh, hell. Yeah, I gotta save now before I accidentally get myself killed.
Halt! Who goes there?
It's just me, Steve.
What do you want? Did the llamas send you? That's good. Someone has to keep them in check. I'm glad you stopped by again. I want you to infiltrate those firemen, mister. There's a lot of art going on over there. I want to make sure they haven't turned into commie bastards. You got that? And don't come back unless you've got information for me. Remember, duck and cover.
Boy, the way you keep... I'm nowhere near solving the Tucker case, and now I have to deal with a bunch of firemen throwing a hissy fit over some stolen cloth. Can you imagine? What the heck is going on around here? Looks like we've got us a mini crime wave on our hands. Just got a report about another act of vandalism. Maybe related to the Tucker incident and the fire station robbery. Someone broke into Pastorelli's barbershop and took his pole. Next morning, Pastorelli touched some live electrical wires that were left dangling, and zap, no more barber. What was just an act of vandalism has just become a case of manslaughter. I don't like it. Harvest used to be such a nice little town. Stop on by any time, Steve.
Every time I do stop on by, you're like, are you guilty about something? Why you keep talking to me? Which is it?
I can't talk now. The dishes are stacked up and back, and I better take advantage of the lull. I've whipped up a huge batch of brownies for the PTA bake sale tonight. I just wish I could do more to help out those poor bums. I think it starts at 6 and runs until 10 o'clock. I hope to see you there. Mr. Pastorelli was electrocuted. He's dead. It looks like some thief wanted his barber's pole but didn't think of the consequences.
Maybe it's what the guy had to do. Maybe whoever it was really needed that barber's pole bad.
That's no excuse for hurting someone else. Even if Pastorelli were alive now, his heart would be broken. And what's a little profit compared to that? I feel terrible about what happened at the fire station. Those firemen helped me decorate my diner. I can't believe one of them stole that cloth from the others. It must have been someone else, don't you think?
Bye-bye.
That's fucked up.
Young man, we really have nothing to say to each other. It seems that, like some elephant, like that corpse in the chapel, all dressed up and nowhere to go. No mourners, no point. But I still must provide them with prompt burials by town charter, and absorb the losses myself. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well?
Shut
My
up.
losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them. I do hope you'll attend the bake sale and spend heavily. It's for the needy, you know.
Sure. And all they have to do to benefit is die.
A ditch makes a poor resting place. You'll need to learn that, if you ever want to leave Harvest.
You make it sound like I have a choice.
A choice that is rapidly vanishing. Join the lodge, Stephen, while you may. The corpse reclining in the chapel right now is a prime example of the difficulties I face. For unfathomable reasons, this bum decided to wander into Harvest and summarily dropped dead.
Just like that.
Indeed. He died of purely natural causes. Of that I have no doubt.
But why come to Harvest to die? You say this happens often. Isn't that a little too much of a coincidence?
I've often puzzled over the situation myself, though I can assure you, young man, that nothing untoward is happening in Harvest. On the contrary, it's an indication of our compassion that I put up hobos in the Wayward Hotel, and the Order of the Harvest Moon mandates their prompt burial, even when they are without family or means, and when it entails losses on my part. I'd say it's been a pleasure.
Shut up.
You can't have that, Stephen.
I was only gonna...
Indeed.
How about the fact that you lied to me about that corpse in the other room? John Doe?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
If he just dropped dead, where did all those slashes come from?
I don't know what slashes you're referring to.
They were there.
Do you have any proof of these wild claims? Any tangible evidence? If not, I suggest you leave me to my work. I'd say...
Guess what, bitch?
Ah, you've taken up photography, I see. Now why on earth would you choose such a grotesque subject?
That John Doe you've got boxed up in the chapel? He didn't just drop dead. Someone helped him take the plunge.
You may be right. I'm a mortician, not a medical examiner.
You don't have to be to know that being ripped to shreds can be detrimental to your health.
This is not something you want to be looking into, young man. Got the goods, have you? You're in Harvest, my young friend. Have you tried the road out of town yet? Do so, and you may question exactly who has who.
Look, are you going to tell me what I want to know, or do I go to the sheriff with these pictures?
That would be a grave mistake, I assure you. I've told you all I can. My losses have been substantial of late, so I can't offer you money. The only thing I can give you in exchange for the photographs is my tube of astro glue. I do suggest you take it, for it's all you'll get from me.
Fine.
A wise decision. When a wasp's nest is stirred up, it is seldom the wasps who grieve later.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. This dude creeps me out.
And here it is, the object doll. Imported Venetian glass and Italian dreams. You have done well. unfortunate side effect that Pastorelli was electrocuted because you left live wires in a puddle on the floor. But as those with affectations of worldliness say, c'est la vie. Yes, a barber cut down in his prime. Of course, you only wanted the bald, but that hardly matters now. Your final assignment is to set a fire in DNA's diner and let the French fry where they may.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, I suggest you succeed. Beyond that, you must find your own answers. Members of the Order must be resourceful and cunning. So must you be to become one with them. Tonight, the bake sale commences. Soon, the annual Harvest Blood Drive will be at hand. When sacrifice will be the order of the day, your time in harvest grows short.
Hello, Steve. So nice to see you.
Derelicts and bums who wander into town who don't have enough money for a decent burial.
They deserve to be buried. It's the Christian thing to do.
That's awful nice of you. But why do so many derelicts and bums die in Harvest?
Don't be such a wise apple, Steve.
What the fuck?
Hello, Steve.
How,
Mercy, what a...
Yeah.
It won't let me leave. Oh.
Ladies, someone has just burned down the TV station. On the night of our bake sale?
Well, that didn't work.
Whoa, fuck. cake cover?
Yeah.
Hello, dear. How are you today? The nerve of some people burning down the TV station to detract from our bake sale.
I doubt the perpetrator did it just to annoy the Harvest PTA.
Coincidence? I don't think so. Just 6 months ago, the newspaper building went up in smoke. Obviously, there's a firebug on the loose. Either that or a communist. Steve, I'm so scared. Now that the bake sale's over, I just don't know how I'll fill my time. Oh, I feel so useless. My goodness! What's wrong with her?
Oh.
My goodness. Oh, it's not as bad as it looks. You just pop them back in.
Oh my God.
See?
What the fuck?
As good as new. That tarantula she ate must have had wasp eggs in it.
Don't you think we should get her to a doctor?
What for? She's got her mother.
Oh my God.
How silly I was, feeling useless just because there are no more cookies to bake. I can still rear my brood. This is a sign, Steve. I have a purpose again.
Glad to see you're feeling better.
Mind, that fire still burns my britches. First the newspaper building, then DNA's diner, then WHAR. I sense a pattern. And any pattern I can't make a dress out of is no darn good. I suppose you heard about DNA's diner burning down. Sheriff Dwayne thinks it was a grease fire. We took a black eye on the bake sale, but I'm sure the Harvest PTA annual blood drive will be more successful. Overall, we made about $200, hardly enough to bury a dead horse, and definitely not enough to cover the annual blood drive.
Annual blood drive, huh?
If you knew how much blood we get, you'd be more impressed. Donations are mandatory, Steve. If you're still here come Sunday, you'll be expected to give.
Until it hurts, I suppose.
Until it hurts. Even Hank will have to donate. Of course, lodge members are exempt. Remember that.
Hey, either way, no one's sticking me with a needle.
We don't use needles.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harp.
What's so great?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone... That's what... Don't forget to put the...
What is it now?
Hank,
What?
why are you sitting in front of that blank TV?
Someone burnt down the TV channel. There's nothing on. Nothing on.
Honestly, Hank, you're acting like an alcoholic. I told you all that TV would hurt you.
Watching TV don't hurt me, Mom. But not watching TV hurts bad. If I find out who burnt down the TV station, I'll make him wish he was one of those damn Indians. Hey, it's too bad they don't give scout badges for digging up buried kids. I like to see what that badge would look like. I went over to ask her what it was like, being buried alive and all. But she just stared at me, and twitched, and drooled. Guess I got my answer. Huh.
You fucking psycho.
Good. Finally.
Fuck this kid.
Hey, Steve. You've been doing a swell job putting the paper.
What? Well, I need some meat.
Good old depend. Now go, son.
Oh shit, whoops.
Say, can you spare a dime for a buckaroo who's down on his luck? The whole shebang just went up in flames, and I'm looking to mosey on to greener pastures, where the sunset's always golden, and there's always another savage to kill.
I'm glad to see you. I feel so alone, cooped up in here. I saw the TV station go up from my window. It lighted up the whole town. It looked like hell. I wished it would consume the whole damn place. And me with it.
Don't talk like that.
I'm sorry. I just can't stand it anymore.
I wish there was something I could do.
There he is. Make love to me.
Alright, fine.
Do it to me. Now.
The desperation.
I'm glad to see. I heard that.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Did you torch it, Steve?
You know what? Either way, she's just gonna hate it. No, I'll tell the truth.
Jesus. Edna hung herself. And her daughter, too. Steve, what's happening to you?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of all this.
No matter the price, right? Do you mean it?
Yeah. I'm ashamed of the things I've done.
Then you'll stop the initiation process?
Yeah.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Did you say hello to your... Thank God for...
You know, with a slaughterhouse full of meat in town, what kind of nutcase would steal a barber's pole? Oh well, Pastorelli won't need it where he is. God rest his soul. Harvest will never be the same without DNA's diner. Or without DNA, for that matter.
Well, you helped with that, bitch.
Hello, dear. Don't forget to put the papers...
Okay, I'm reading the guide.
DNA's diner is no more, as is Edna herself. She hung herself as soon as she realized what had happened to her beloved establishment. A true entrepreneur and a credit to her nation. Come now, anyone who spoke with her for 5 minutes would have known what a tragedy the destruction of her diner would be. Still, you sought to torch her diner, and torched it is. You have proven yourself a worthy candidate for initiation. This was only a trial to determine your worthiness for testing. Your initiation into the mysteries of the harvest will soon begin. In the meantime, be patient. Protocols must be observed before initiation may commence.
How I recognize this sign?
You will know when you receive the invitation. Bring it here, and your initiation shall begin.
Well, Steve, I don't mind telling you, when I heard what happened to the diner, I went out and got me extra insurance right away. I have no desire to wind up dangling from my rafters like Edna. Believe you me. Steve, did you see the fire? As I was watching the TV station go up, I was reminded of the old Sentinel building. When you think about it, You know, 2 communication complexes going up in smoke? You have to wonder if it was a coincidence.
Sorry, son. No time to talk. Hello there, young man. What's the good word?
Someone burned WHAR down last night.
Really? I hadn't heard anything about it. And since I don't have a TV, I didn't notice it was off. Really?
Yeah.
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
You get the fuck out of here.
Hello, dear. How are you? Oh, dear, I just heard what happened to Stephanie.
What do you mean? What happened to her?
You haven't heard? Well, young man, you march right over there this instant. She's your fiancée, after all.
What the fuck?
Guess I can forget about the meat, huh?
What do you mean?
Your dad must have pulled some strings. Be sure and check Stephanie's pillow, you lucky bum.
What the hell are you talking about?
You'll see once the sheriff gets here. Stephanie. Things'll never be the same now. Guess I'll be watching TV nights.
Okay, you can come in now, son.
My God. Is that what I think it is?
Yep, it's a spinal cord.
Is it Stephanie?
I can see a resemblance, but I can't be sure.
More pie, Sheriff?
What the fuck?
Hi. Don't you realize what's happened?
Oh, indeed I do. I can just hear the tongues wagging at the PTA. Was it suicide?
Never heard of anyone pulling their own spinal cord out before. Off the record, I'd have to say no. No, all in all, I'd say this was death by natural causes.
Natural causes?
The fuck?
You can't live without a spinal cord, son. Nothing unnatural about that. Think I will have some more pie.
Right away.
I can't believe this. This is horrible.
Believe me, you get to the point to where this is routine.
I guess so. Shit.
Now the only clue we got is that card on our pillow. Take a look at it. Look at it.
Practically a confession.
Confession to what, son?
Murder. Isn't that what you're here to investigate?
Son, you don't investigate natural deaths. No point.
Then I'll get to the bottom of this myself.
Yeah. I'm sure you will.
More pie, Sheriff?
Don't mind if I do.
What the fuck?
Can't allow you to take her remains, boy.
What
What kind of sicko are you, anyway?
Well, I don't trust him with you.
Can't allow you to take her. I don't suppose it'd hurt for you to take the card, seeing as it was addressed to you. Shucks, I'm sorry I had to read it in the first place, but that's my job. Say, I wonder if there's more pie.
Jesus.
I'm so hungry, Steve. So hungry. If I'd been an astronaut, I could afford all the meat I want. The red kind. And the young, pink kind, too.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's not off.
Sorry, Steve. Too tired. Steve, I was sorry as all get out to hear about Stephanie. She was a sweet young thing. I used to watch her walk down the street to school every morning, standing on 2 medium-sized apple crates and squinting through the crack in the fence on those days when it didn't hail. I can still imagine her, so pure and innocent, sashaying down the street, while I tried to balance on the rickety crates and pressed against the fence with one hand to steady myself. She never stopped to say hi, but that was probably just because I was totally hidden. I'd like to think that was the case. I'll miss her. Good work rescuing Karen. Of course, you queered my play with Edna, but I suppose a little girl's life is more important than my sex life, right? So Pastorelli's barber pole got stolen. Big deal. Now me, I know tragedy. Of course, Pastorelli got electrocuted, but at least his pain is over. DNA's diner burned down. What a shame. Women running things, that's the problem. If she'd had a man around, that fire never would have happened. What a waste. Damn terrible thing, that business with the TV station. I can't sleep now. Keep waking up in a cold sweat. I'm thinking of getting some fireproof aluminum siding for my garage. Think that's a good idea?
Get the fuck out of my face.
Bye now.
Young man, we really... Your fiancée's death was, no doubt, a tragic affair for those who knew her, loved her, and so forth. But to me, you simply can't get a nicer assignment. No organs left to remove, no fluids to drain, solvent parents, and no coffin to fuss over. I wish everybody could die as Stephanie did. Although it's true, only her hairdresser will know for sure now. The WHAR fire is just another example of the vagaries of my profession. Odd, after such a catastrophic conflagration, not to have any fatalities. Disappointing, in a way. I might have gotten some paying customers for a change.
You cold bastard.
I'd say it's been a...
Hello, Steve. Poor Stephanie. Why, it just breaks my heart, thinking of that poor thing ripped limb from limb and skinned like an animal. You need to forget, Steve. Try to take your mind off of it and get back to work at your father's slaughterhouse.
Sorry, son, no time. I understand the wedding has been offed, along with your fiancée. Just as well. She never got any letters anyway.
You fucking bastard.
Next time you post, don't forget.
Think about taking some of that siding. My condolences on Stephanie, Steve. Sweet child. I used to bounce her on my knee.
That's funny. She never mentioned remembering you.
Well, she was pretty young in those days. The TV station burning down's been good for business. Lots of folks are thinking of investing in aluminum siding. Nice to see you again, Steve.
I can't talk now, son. That's a tough break, that Stephanie business. If you ask me, she was the victim of a UFO. Just like them cattle mutilations, they stripped her and left what they couldn't use. You see, they use what the doctors call hemoglobin in the blood as fuel for their saucers, and the eyeballs are spark plugs.
They left one of her eyeballs, Clem.
Well, they only need one spark plug, Pete. They's advanced. Yes, sirree. Them aliens is wily. Ain't that a kick in the head? First we lose the only barber in town, then poop. No more diner either. Don't that beat all? And now that the TV station's burned down, maybe folks will get off their duff and get outdoors. Live a little.
Maybe take up alien hunting. Say, Clem, will aluminum siding protect you from them alien sensor jobbies?
Nope. You show up on their radar as a hunter surrounded by aluminum siding. Trust me, lead's the ticket.
Just my luck.
Anytime, Steve.
Halt!
It's just me!
What do you want? That's good. I remember you. You're the... That's what I thought. The kookaburras told me. But I wouldn't listen. They lie so much. But now my crust is golden brown. Can't you hear the timer ding?
What the fuck? Alright, okay. I shouldn't have done that. You know, this is the best time to take a break, because what the fuck?